Hello, excuse me. This is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, or trolls, no pussycat, 3 raccoons, 2 under the dumpster. They did not bother the cats. Everybody got fed. Orangey got his salmon, not her salmon. And I come back home. I go to put the bags down. I always wash my hands when I come back from cat feeding. And as I turn the corner to go in the kitchen, what do I step on? I could be in the Sahara Desert, the Gobi Desert, Death Valley, Antarctica. Some cat somewhere in this apartment is going to throw up cat barf, and I stepped in it. Yuck. I love cats dearly. The 2 things I hate when they do this: chase the kitty, or 3 things. Chase the kitty, I got to clean the cat box, and cat barf. You put your foot down. I couldn't see it, and it was like, ew. But no pussycat. Now, last night the guy clapped his hand. I think she's deaf. Maybe he's scared her and she's hiding. I checked the dumpster. She's not in the dumpster, so I don't think she's dead. She'll come home, I hope. But she always sits on the balcony and waits for me to come. This is why it's very unusual she hadn't shown up. I'm eating a little potato salad because I'm starving. I had a can of soup this morning. Last thing I had to eat, other than grapes and canned fruit. And the soup was so salty, I wound up going to the bathroom all the time. So this is part of my dinner. Excuse me. I talked to the caregiver, the fellow has fluffy, fuzzy, and little girls, litter mates. And he said, no, nobody should be feeding your cat antibiotics without asking you. I hope she didn't have a reaction when it got sick somewhere. Really upset about that. He meant well, but you never know if the guy's a nut or wants to hurt the cats or whatever. I hope not. I love my baby Fuzzy. And like I said earlier, I've got antibiotics on order. They'll be in after the 1st, so I'll be able to give my cats the antibiotics they need. Okay, it took about an hour to get back, so somebody was right. Yes. Last night, when I went to feed the cats, this guy was downstairs. He lives upstairs. I don't know his name. He told me before I talked to him he loves the cats, but he gave Fuzzy antibiotics, and without my permission. She was sneezing. I gave her antibiotics. I said, I thought about it and thought about it. I said, my God, I don't know if this guy is up to something or weird or whatever, but we're a cat hater. I didn't put enough water in here. So I told him, don't give my cats anything without my permission. You don't do that. It's just not done. Put some more water in here. And she always comes in. She likes to sit out in the balcony and sits. I haven't seen her all day and all night since last night. I brought her upstairs in the shopping cart. I like to ride her in the elevator. And she ate her wet food. Meow, 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 meow. So she was happy with wet food. But I have not seen her all day, and I'm very worried. That's my baby. I'm making ice now so I can have some ice water. The other day it was so hot in here, by the time I put the ice in the bottle, the ice already melted within a few minutes. Okay. For those who haven't seen the amazing ice maker, it dices, it slices. It would smash watermelons if it had a sledgehammer. Okay. I love Gallagher. Okay. He had to sell all his stuff. There's what. That's what it takes. Ice. So I'll wait for enough ice to come in here and have some. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Duh. I can pour the Snapple in the ice in the other bottle. I can get the Snapple open with my arthritic hands and not spill it all over the place. I need to be Dr. Octopus for this. I think I need like 8 hands. Pour some Snapple in the bottle. Okay. All right. So, well, all 3 of my cats had a respiratory infection. I haven't had the money, thanks to the trolls trying to get me evicted last year, to get them taken care of. I do have antibiotics on order from a doctor. Little girl's not that sick. Fluffy and Fuzzy are sick. And they're eating, and then somehow they all 3 got thin. Fluffy got bitten a year ago, and on the tail with peroxide neosporin. I healed him, but suddenly he got really thin. Then little girl got thin, and now Fuzzy got super thin. And this guy, well, maybe they have feline age. I hope not. I don't want to lose my babies. Had them for 15 years. So, and he went like this and said, "Oh, she can't hear," and she didn't move. She didn't react, but she may have been frightened. She loves everybody, so I've had to tell little girl, stop clawing at Mama Cat. Mama Cat comes over to little girl and wants to nuzzle her, and little girl didn't want anything to do with that. So it took me 10 years to get Fluffy to stop chasing Mama Cat and Kitten. There's Fluffy sneezing, and this is my first. Trolls called the animal control people on me about my cats. I'm sound asleep. I hear banging. Who is it? Police. What for? What do you want? So this is how evil they are. Always messing with me. My cats are well fed. They have a home. They're happy. They love me. They sleep on the bed with me. And I love my little baby cat. I hope she's all right. And the other thing I do worry about, the raccoons here are not aggressive. I do worry that one might show up and be aggressive. They have been known to kill cats and dogs and puppies. So, very cute video in the YouTube Shorts today. No, I don't. I don't think it was YouTube Short. Might have been on Google. Little black and white kitty. They got a rescue cat, and it was at the shelter, just wandering down the hall behind the glass. Every time I saw somebody, it went like this, did a little dance, and it got adopted. So very cute. So, and I'm not doing that great anyway. The pollen has been really bad. You know, for all I know, my cats may not have a respiratory infection. They may have allergies. I woke up today and stuff just came out of my nose. Horrible. I'm allergic to grass. So, but I took my flashlight, one of 2, and I looked for her, and she's not in the dumpster. She's not downstairs. I don't know where she is. So I'm not going anywhere till tomorrow. And Friday I return Kathy's laundry to her. So I will hope she comes home. I did have a little girl leave for 9 days. She wasn't left exactly, but the earthquake, 2 days before we had a 4.5 earthquake that rocked this building. Saturday night at midnight, I let her out. No little girl. And then somebody, after 9 days, said, "There she is." Where? And I called all over the neighborhood. I was 3 blocks away. Fluffy followed me, and she was by the creek. And she sensed the earthquake. I don't believe anybody who says that animals can't sense an earthquake. So she didn't come home for 9 days. So that was 4 or 5 years ago. So, but the antibiotics will be. I got to pay for them, but they're coming in. So I've got them on hold until I get my check, and that's another reason why I want to move out of here. Because you have weird people decide they want to feed your cat medicine. It could be poison for all I know, and I hope not. I would be devastated if I lose my little one. That's my tiny baby cat. So, I'll be glad when we get rid of the refrigerator. I gotta move all this crap out of the hallway. I gotta move the bed. I gotta move the storage bins. I gotta move the rack into the hallway. What a nightmare it's gonna be to get rid of that refrigerator. I'll be so glad when it's gone. Then the small refrigerator will go in the kitchen. The chest freezer will go in the kitchen. And it's another reason when I move. If I move, I'll have a 2-bedroom apartment. You won't see all these books around because they'll be in the 1 bedroom, and I'll use the other one for sleeping and the living room for my videos. And I'll have air conditioning. I got a promise from Kathy. I said, you know, both Patty and Patty's done with cleaning your apartment, and I'm almost done. If you should manage to get money and I buy you a house, you promise you're going to keep it clean, oh yeah? Well, you know what? I don't want to discuss that openly, but, you know, Gray Alien, I've been told by a reliable source he didn't want anything to do with me, even though all I did was ask him for $34 to help feed homeless, hungry cats. And he started going nuts on me, accused me of stealing from him and slandered me. And the fake troll was pretending to be Gray Alien, but he's got a different email address, so I'm not worried about it. I keep all their emails, so I would love to go into court to hand the stack of emails to the judge. Someone was pretending to be Gray Alien Gaming. And it's a little hard to steal from someone when you've never met them, when you've never been in their apartment, you've never been to their state. How do I steal from them? I'm not a hacker. I didn't hack their bank account. I don't have LifeLock. I wonder if it's a death lock, but anyway. Come on, Ice, hurry up. Well, no problem with this sitting here. The vent for the heat is right on my hip, so. If I ever get a hold of Erin Bell, and if she has Madman Markham's time machine, I'm going to borrow it for about an hour or two. Go back with a lot of silver to 1962. Buy property, buy land, buy stock. Have an attorney I know that's going to be alive today. Put it in trust until I'm back. A GoPro I pawned and I couldn't get out of the pawn shop. GoPro 3. But I will have a GoPro 10 hopefully by the end of this year and a new iPad. Wi-Fi and cellular. The other thing that's weird today, this is my phone. And my phone, the entire time I have it, because it's track phone, has not worked on the internet. I go to the bus today and all of a sudden I'm watching YouTube. I'm going, it works when I'm on a Wi-Fi hotspot like my home. But it started working on the internet, on the bus, at Safeway. They got Wi-Fi in the Safeway. And I was watching the Geek Nation on my phone. I'm going, what the hell is this? It hasn't worked since somebody sent me this iPhone 7. Really strange. But the trolls never stop. I'm sick and tired of talking about them. Come on, Ice Maker, hurry up. Well, you know, I've had 150 viewers, but they aren't in live chat. They come in when the video is done. I don't get that part either. Oh, I left this fan on. Hold on, that makes it difficult to hear. Sorry about that. By the way, Mr. Well, I'd rather have, if I had my choice, if I had unlimited money. Home Depot Pale people said they like your handle. About a week ago, I think. I'd like all new Apple devices, but the 7th of September. Now, you see, if I did that, if I had an iPhone 13, an iPhone 10, because I have 3 iPads, I had 4 till someone stole one, they call me a hoarder. You're hoarding iPhones, Kiwi. How dare you have 2 iPhones? Somebody out there who has a government phone needs your iPhone. You should give it to them. I get that kind of crap too. I got told today, you're too heavy for the scooter. You should sell it. So you're going to pay the $130 for a battery because nobody's going to buy a dead scooter. Quit telling me what to do. People always think they have the right to tell me what to do in my private life. It's none of their business. I want an iPhone with an air conditioner. You push the button and the cold air would come out of the iPhone. I'm just teasing you, Kiwi. 78 tomorrow, 6 degrees cooler than yet today. But every time I see that on the Weather Channel, it winds up being 86, 88, 90. They lie a lot. Okay, time for more ice here. Can you put more ice or just make noise? There it goes. The chute of ice. And it's coming out the chute. For those who haven't seen the ice, that's what it looks like. That's the big one. The small ones look like mushrooms. I'm afraid if I did the small ones, I'd choke on the mushrooms. I never saw ice in the shape of mushrooms. Normally puts about 9 things of ice. I think someone at Snapple should give me a sponsor. I'm drinking their stuff all the time. Some guy, I saw a video, he was sharing a bed with his brothers and sisters as a child. They were very poor, and he now gets ATMs. He puts them in business. He's a millionaire. Now he's gonna have crypto ATMs. I don't know how that's gonna work, but his whole family works for him. He's making money hand over fist. He goes to business. Would you like an ATM? The bank will pay you. The bank will pay me, and we'll service it. No problem. So. It's 80 in here. But it's a muggy 80. It's a hot 80. That's why I tell you I got to get off the air because it gets so hot in here I start getting a headache. This weekend I will be finally getting on the floor of the kitchen and scrubbing the inside of the refrigerator and then removing everything from the inside and scrubbing the racks and the walls and the vegetable keepers so that when I throw it out it's clean. Not throw it out, we're going to wheel it down the balcony. It'll be a rough pain in the ass. Wish there a window I could open up, just have one of those cranes just pick it up and take it out the window. What's that? Well, it looks like a safe, but it's George's refrigerator. A giant safe, but it's George's refrigerator. Then I'll have two mini. I have a mini refrigerator and a mini chest reader. So. Okay, and as usual thing, which I never get. I know Kiwi can't donate. She spent our money on iPhones. So, okay. And Mr. Pail can't donate because he goes to Home Depot and spends all his money on orange pails. All right. That's not the right one. You can donate, yeah, my Leben. You can donate to, you can donate to PayPal at Palky2013.com, or of course you can join the channel. My tongue is tied. For $3.99 or $6.99 to see content I do not publish anywhere else. And once I get the scooter working, I won't be eating as much. I won't be sitting here roasting and bored. By the way, why does bananas turn brown? I like cold bananas. When I put them in the icebox, they start to rot. So, hello, Daniel. So, if I get that scooter working, I can get on the bus. And next week I'll be buying Slim Fast at last. That'll help. My colonoscopy is next month. I'm not exactly looking forward to it. But at that time, they said I had a precancerous growth 4 years ago, and because of COVID, I didn't get my colonoscopy when I should have. So it's time to get the colonoscopy. And Patty, Kathy, and I are going out to dinner, and we've got some things to do, and we're doing that on the 2nd. So and we're going to get rid of the refrigerator on Friday. One more week, and then the refrigerator is gone. So 1 more week and 2 days. And then I'll have to see what Leonard Nimoy in search of behind the refrigerator, see how much stuff has dropped back there in 15 years. I'm not moving no refrigerator by myself. No. So, wish Patty had given me green ones, and I could have said it was like a Roswell alien in Nevada or something. I don't know if those will chill up or not. So anyway, that's about it. I had to go to Kathy's on the 6th for something, and take her laundry back, and there's something else I got to do. I'm not going to tell you what it is. And I got my hearing test next month. And I don't know how long my doctor is going to be on vacation, but first part of the month I'm going to be busy. And then I don't know how long. I don't remember. I had the colonoscopy. I don't remember. They won't let you go home by yourself. You've got to have a car. I don't know if cabs are acceptable. So Patty might have to drive us to the colonoscopy and drive me back home. You're sedated. You're not make it by yourself. So, oh, that's cool. I got my Genesis still, but the controllers and the power cartridge power cord is in Kathy's storage. I've got my N64. Kathy's got a GameCube, and I've got 3DSs around her somewhere. And Game Boys. I like old stuff. I'm not playing no Call of Duty, no Halo, no, what was that, zombie games. I don't like that newfangled stuff because I'm no good at it. And I tried the zombie survival thing where you have a special code. You get Becca, Becky, Sarge, Rex the Wonder Zombie Killer. You get hundreds of things of construction points. And I never did figure out. I played it for about 3 days. And then I came back to the game. It made me start over from the beginning. I was, what the hell is this? Something survival. So, and I didn't get no damn extra points, special anniversary points. So lucky Becca and some other women. So I'm going like, no, to hell with this game. It's got the Joker in it too, the Joker from Batman. Why the Joker is in a zombie survival game, I'll never know. Maybe it's drawing suckers, I don't know. So, Banjo-Kazooie. I have no idea. I've heard the name. In my closet, the controllers and plug with that. I have an Atari 5200. So I used to love Atari games. Used to play those all the time. The graphics were clunky back in the 80s, but what do you know? And of course, across me is still my Apple II GS, my Apple IIe, my Apple IIc, my Apple II Plus, and integer-based Apple in the closet. And I'll be glad to move my refrigerator because when I clear up this table, I can play my Apple games again. Oh, I'm playing. Hold on. Let me show you. Uh-oh, got to plug this in. Here is Rise. I don't know if you can see with the glare. Rise of, problem with the iPhone, you can't, there we go. Rise of Kingdoms. And I got here, I got this in my iPad too, but the main iPad, all my games on it doesn't work because the charging port is loose. We have Diablo Immortal. And I think I may have, I have Solitaire. I mean, it's a game. there with Kitty. And I have backgammon. It doesn't, my backgammon, my game I play a lot of, doesn't seem to work now. Goes to the title screen and stops. So, oh, this is Vix. Streaming siempre gratis. Well, I don't do siempre gratis. Gratis means free, I know that. Alright, there we go. Here it is. Backgammon. There you go. There you go. There's my backgammon game. Play that a lot. So, double. You can't do 4 on this, which is kind of weird. Alright, take that. And move there. So, anyway. And I played a lot of Mobile Strike, but the problem with Mobile Strike... Oh, I played Dominations on my other iPad. The problem with Mobile Strike is pay to play, guys. Pay, and then they go kick your ass. So, whew. Excuse me. There's more ice here. Yes, there's more ice. They have a bin for the ice. You take the bin out. That's another reason I want air conditioning. My ice won't melt. And I won't melt. Fuzzy, she usually comes in and sits on her house and waits for supper. And I just dropped 2 ice cubes on the floor, damn it. I throw those in the trash can when I find them. Okay. The bariatric pear. I love that name. Try about 5 in the morning. It's always hot in here. When I leave here, first thing I do is go in and go, not for kids, not for kids, not for kids. Then later on I do the description and all the other stuff. All the fans go on, including the 2 next to my bed, and then I lie down and go, ugh. And at some point I go take another shower because I get all sweaty in here. So what I really need is 1 more fan here, small one, 1 fan over there, 1 fan in the rack after we move the refrigerator, and I have money. So, no, you see, there is a window. I'm going to turn this, if it will allow me to turn it. There is a window AC above my Canon printer. And I found out my printer table I ordered will not come until next year, which is ridiculous. It's coming from China. And the problem with that air conditioner, it blows the air to the ceiling. And I ran that one day for 3 hours. It didn't make this cool at all. I bought that for $80 from Target. It doesn't work. That's why I roast. I need an air conditioner where the entire window is the air conditioner. Where polar bears come in and start basking in front of the air conditioner. But that's why I hope to move out of here and have them put in zone air conditioning. Where you put it, it's like a giant, I'll give you an idea, it's like a keyboard, except it's more rectangular and squarish. And then you have a remote control, and they run the wiring through the wall, down along the building in the pipes, and then put it to the air conditioning unit with the Freon or whatever, and not Freon, but whatever they use now. And then you have that room is air conditioned, and then the next room has its own air conditioner, and you have 4 or 5 of those. You have 1 in the bathroom, you have 1 in the kitchen, you have 1 in the living room, you have 1 in the 2 in the bedroom. Zombies ate my numbers for Super Nintendo. No, I haven't seen that. So, yeah. And if Kathy gets a house, I'm going to put a pool in the hot tub, and a garden and a greenhouse for it, and a shed and storage. So, well, this doesn't come off, you see, because I did it with something, or maybe the thing it came in. I got this so I don't spill coffee on it. That's why. I've wrecked one keyboard with coffee on it. And it's not coming off. This has been on here since I got the thing. Perfectly intact, but it saves me from losing a keyboard. No! The keyboard is my slave. I don't know why he's doing that. Maybe this keyboard is weird. Now it just shut off. It goes into caps lock by itself, and then I go nuts here. So, anyway, how long have I been on here? I'm gonna have to clear off the bed so little girl can sit on the bed and fluffy. I've been on here now 31 minutes. Well, they're making noises that all these people from Star Trek are going to go on whatever show, and they've got a cross between Strange New Voices and Below Decks. I watched a little bit of Below Decks. I don't like it. I watched that weird one where they find a starship and they're on a prison planet, and they find a starship, and Admiral Janeway is their advisor, but it's a hologram. And I definitely don't like Star Trek Discovery or Discover. And Picard bored the hell out of me. So the only one I like now that they've got out is Strange New Voices. And there may or may not be a fourth or fifth or whatever it is in the Kelvin universe. I hate the Kelvin. Well, I'm just, Fuzzy will be here somewhere. I don't know where else I could look for her. She doesn't leave the building. She's never left the premises. She was born here. This is her home. So it's Fluffy and little girl. They were born on the grounds of the building. She may not be able, the guy may be right, she may not be able to hear. He clapped right next to her ears, almost, and that kind of annoyed me too. What the bleep are you doing? Oh, she's deaf. It may be that the infection has clogged her ears. I don't know. So, we will see. I mean, I'll leave the door open most of the night. Tomorrow I got to go to Walnut Creek. Friday I take Kathy's laundry, meet her at Bart. Give her laundry, giant bag of laundry, which is sitting over there. Did I move the camera back? Yeah. She usually sleeps on a shelf on the bottom of the bookcase in the bedroom. She's not there, and there's too much junk in the way. By the way, in November, for you trolls out there who say I live in a hovel, or the other word, I'm available. I can be Captain Kirk. I'll work cheap. Put me on a treadmill and put me in a sauna and melt the fat off. I'll be the old Captain Kirk. You know, the 70-year-old Captain Kirk. I don't have cable, so I don't. I watch the YouTube channel. I watch Pluto. I watch Amazon Prime, and I watch the Paramount Network. That's my cable. Can't afford internet. Well, it depends. Yeah, I'm old school. I have things here. The hell's up here anyway? I have a lot of Blu-rays. I have all the Star Trek movies on Blu-ray, the original series. I have UFO, the whole series. I have Dark Skies. I have The Invaders. I have Kolchak, the Night Stalker, The Lone Gunman, The X-Files. I haven't watched them. I have all of the seasons of Buffy, the Vampire Slayer. I have Ancient Alien stuff. I have UFO Hunters. I have stuff on VHS that's never come out on. So, yeah, well, she might be hiding somewhere. I don't know. But usually she sits in the courtyard because the concrete is cool. And I have a lot of stuff that isn't DVD. I have one I never watched the series, but somehow I went up with one disc of Smallville. Then I have one movie I got because it amused me: Strippers versus Werewolves. And I have a lot. I'll just go down part of the list. African Queen, Last Starfighter, The Punisher, Kick-Ass, Airport, The Poseidon Adventure, The Tower Inferno, 4 Dirty Harry movies, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, the 1960s movie, G.I. Joe, Spider-Man. Oh no, Spider-Man 2 I've never watched. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest Halloween, RoboCop 2014, Beyond the Time Barrier, Time Travelers, the something planet, Man from Planet X, War of the Worlds, the television series from the 80s, the not science fiction, The Protectors with Robert Vaughn, and The Man from U.N.C.L.E., my favorite show of all time. The movie Patton, I now have it on DVD and Blu-ray. McCube, a whole bunch of John Wayne, and Blazing Saddles, The Three Amigos, a silly movie, Hangar 18, Tremors. I normally don't watch the stuff that Kathy likes, but Tremors kind of amuse me. I have the original Battlestar Galactica, Airplane, Ghostbusters, King Kong versus Godzilla, Westworld, a whole bunch of James Bond on Blu-ray, and that's hurting my neck. So I have criminal books, but they're not at hand here. They're that way. No, there's no room, and I like, when I'm sitting in bed or lying in bed or watching videos on the television, I like to have the ice maker next to me. When I move out, I will put it in the kitchen. When I have a true kitchen with more counter space, and it will go in the kitchen. Kathy has a very large kitchen counter. If I got these storage containers off the kitchen counter, I'd have room for it. That's another reason I want to move. Get the things and put them in storage. I'm going to put if I move and have my land, I'm going to have 2 storage containers and put air conditioning in it. No, those are long gone. And they'd be out of date. They're 50 years old. The laws would be out of date too, for that matter. But I had a fire in 1977. That wiped everything out I owned just about. So I had to start over like 3-4 times now. Lost my storage in 2001. And then, of course, I have a lot of, I'll just pull one because it hurts my arm to grab it. I have about 4 shelves of UFO books. And my ow! I hope they can fix my arms before I die. Paranormal books. And got one book, I have An Idiot Guide to 2012. Remember that? And ghost books, Freemasonry books, conspiracies, JFK. Well, this place rents for about $9.25 a month, but right down the street in the building that Kathy used to live in years ago for $450, it's now $1,450 for a studio. And San Francisco, of course, is a minimum of $3,000 for a studio now. It's outrageous. So, cave rent? You rent a cave? I got a friend, he just told me, a friend online who has supported this channel. And, excuse me, Mr. Ranger, I have a complaint. Some guy has stolen my cave. Hey. He's trying to rent it out as a B&B. Not only I do that with picnic baskets. He says the rent where he's moving is $1,700 a month. So, I don't know. I never heard the term cave. I watch real estate videos all the time, including Meet Kevin and other people, including how to buy an FHA apartment building, which I will be doing. But cave rent? We're renting a cave, but it's up to you to get rid of the bears. And Meet Kevin, the housing market is crashing. The weird thing is I've not seen no figures on whether or not No, I am kind of a completist, and I happened to have bought that when it was new, and sometimes I go to half-price books. Before the pandemic, they had big carts of books for $1. And the one thing I didn't buy, and I should have, I had Bruce Lee's Kung Fu manuals, actually published by Bruce Lee himself. I should have grabbed those. Those went fast. And but I get books that are old that I like to read, or they're interesting. And when a neighbor died, I got some of his books. Well, it just, remember, we had a thing about the year 2000 where all the computers were going to crash because it didn't click over to 2001. But the 2012 book, I have the Mayan calendar book, and there's other things. I just keep them because historically, let's say somebody, what was the big deal about 2012? Well, I pull the book out, and well, 2012, they were worried about the Mayan calendar, the end of the world. So I keep it because it's part of the paranormal. I consider the Mayan calendar to be somewhat paranormal. The year 2000, we were talking about the end of the world too. It's only 10 years ago. I'm 70 years old. 70 years is a lot of time to me, but in the span of humanity, we've been around for, what, 100 million years? It's just a little tiny bit. So, I have books by Bill Burns of UFO hunters. I have Ghosts of the Civil War, Real Hauntings, a lot of ghost books. So, but when you get as old as I am, you go, gee, it was just yesterday I was doing this, and then I realized that's 15, 20 years ago. So, well, you see, there's one thing about Google. Here in Martinez, the power goes out about 6, 7 times a year, and I don't have a thing yet. The battery for my APS, I think this one works. I got another one that got corroded when I left the battery. I got to scrub that off and get a new battery. But if the power goes out, your Google is useless. So unless you have a cell phone, if the power goes out for the cell phones, that's useless too. So if I got enough portable lamps. By the way, this was written by an old friend of mine, Chuck Weiss. He self-published. He was abducted by aliens. So I haven't seen Chuck in about 20 years. So I like this cover. True UFO accounts from the pages of Fate magazine. Yeah, but they require you as a degree to learn French and German, and German is even harder to learn than Spanish. You've got 9 tenses. So I was a library assistant all through junior high school and high school and elementary school. So it's part of what I did after school, among other things. Print shop. Metal shop used to print on a Gutenberg press with handmade type with a big vat of red hot, whatever they made the type out of, lead, I think. I could still do that if I had a Gutenberg press and the lead thing, make my own type, set it in the block, put the thing that tightened everything up, and print a newspaper, just like Benjamin Franklin did back in the day. So, let's see, I'm going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's a book on chupacabras. 15, 17, 19, 21, 22, 24, 25, 27, 30, 33, 35, 36, 39, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 51, 2. 50 books on UFOs. So that alone, out of 600. Yeah, I did. I've thought about it, but it matter. What am I going to do at 70? I can barely walk right now. So sometimes I don't think. I just do things. It's hard to think. I got to go to the bathroom. Hard to get up. The only way I would do teaching history, I went in an air-conditioned apartment with all the right equipment. I envy the Gearic Nation, and I envy Luke Biani, who has incredible equipment. And I would do like one of these public schools, whatever you call it, do a history course there. I did teach one night the class at American Road College. My my instructor got laryngitis, and it was too late to call a another instructor, and he said, "You know the class as good as I do. You teach the class for the night." And I did. I taught 2 sessions on reconstruction, and so you got a good job. I got an A in that class, but that's because I handed 90-page term papers. I did one on John Quincy Adams. I did another one on, I can't remember. I had the John Quincy Adams paper here for years. When I was in the 4th grade, I did 2 papers, one on Edgar Allan Poe and one on Lenin. I had help. I had the second guy down from the Soviet embassy in Washington, D.C. help me. My instructor, the barbarian, gave me a B+. Said too lengthy. I said, I believe in being thorough. And I had footnotes and annotations. I'm 8 years old, and it was all typewritten, so. Yeah. So. Out of wood chip patrol for fun and profit. There's my first course online. How to mulch a troll. How to use a troll for compost. I'd pay to do that. No, I didn't go to grad school. The problem is when I worked for a living, I would go to school, and then they would change my hours and screw up my school. So I never finished. I got 45 units. I have to take biology or astronomy. I hope I don't have to take chemistry because I was no good at that in high school. And they require you to take English 1A. I've written professionally. And I never forgot, I went to American Miracle. Write a paper on what a lemon smells like. It smells like a friggin' lemon. Hello? And I came in with a stack of military history articles I wrote and said, lady, I get paid for these. This is for someone who just came off the boat, who just crossed the Rio Grande, doesn't know English. Come on. I'm a paid writer here. The only problem with being a paid military writer, they don't consider you to be a professional until you make $5 grand. I never made $5 grand. But I went to 3 colleges and law school. Except for the matter of energy, and the other thing is, on the list of things to get is my IBM's I had my Fireburn, that brand new IBM's Correcting Selectric 3 that I loved. I came home one day and there's a little girl, no putty. Came home one day in my house, my apartment caught on fire. All brand new stuff, too. So, but anyway, I would sit in my typewriter and type now because I prefer a typewriter to a word processor because I'm fast on the typewriter. And the Correcting Selectric will go back and fix the thing it's got a whiteout label and all kinds of balls for typefaces. It's quite neat. And I had all those, too. I had about 60 of those. I had to start over and it's on the list of things to do. Double masters. They golfed, huh? They got a green jacket? Sorry, I'm just teasing. Were I to go back to college, I'd probably get my law degree just to say I am a lawyer. And then I'd have to get, because of my unfortunate past, have to get the state Supreme Court justices to give me a pardon because I got arrested for 2 things. And I'm not proud of it, but you're young and stupid. Well, I just said it was a stupid thing. A lemon is a lemon. Look, here's a bottle of Pledge. It's got lemon in it. Here's a spray. It's got lemon in it. What am I going to do? It tastes like lemon. And so, I like lemons. Kathy bought a whole bag of lemons. I said, why don't you wait till somebody takes a lemon off the tree downstairs? You don't have to pay for them. We've got a lemon tree here. Bought a bag of lemons at Costco. She likes iced tea. That's why I'm waiting for the ice maker for her. She can make all the iced tea she wants. But I walked out of the class. I said, this is ridiculous. I write for a living. It'd be like telling John D. MacDonald, tell what a boat looks like when you got Travis McGee living on the busted plush houseboat. Hello? Or what's the sound of water? What does water sound like or water smell like? It's like simplistic stuff. It's stupid. I know, but I have to do it online, and not all courses are online. Now, American Miracle, not American, can't remember the Diablo Valley College is inundating me with ads to go take courses online. I looked when they first started doing this; there were no courses I could take because nothing I wanted to do was available. So, well, I'm not going to be John Houseman, you know, or Mr. Chips, or one of them guys, you know. Elsa, you are not you're not studying properly, sir. In this class, you must study. So, in order to earn your degree, I have trouble with simplicity. I believe in being thorough. It's also why I have something on the order of 30 or 40 dictionaries, thesauruses, a lot of reference works in here. Some of them are out, a lot of them are outdated, but you know that's only because of lack of money. And I prefer to look something, and some things you can't find on the internet. Stuff that was not on the internet in the 50s and 60s is gone because it was kept in big binders in libraries, and they threw all those out when we went to the internet. Yeah, well, I owe about 11 grand to my student debt, so I don't know how that's going to work. And my debt started at 2. The bank went bankrupt, and they kept selling the debt, and every time they sell it, they would add their cut, their interest. It's a crooked deal. So, and I saw an article, something that said, Biden does this and inflation will go up. So, anything you do. And now California is going to ban the gas-powered car sales of new gas-powered cars by 2035. That will put a small dent in the pollution that they don't realize, and they're so stupid. The bulk of pollution in the state is from two things: industry, and it comes from China and India across the Pacific Ocean and winds up in the Imperial Valley. You paid for college salmon. Orangey wishes to talk to you because he'd like a cut of that. You know, Orangey's favorite. He got salmon tonight. He got a pouch of chicken with the sea salmon, and Tiny One got some. Tiny One loves salmon too. Bear College. Yes, he had to show up in bear, without the bear suit. You know. Orangey loves salmon. I've never seen a cat. All the cats I feed or have had, I've had 25 cats, maybe more. Cats I can't remember the names of, but I've never seen a cat goes crazy for salmon. Go orangey salmon, orangey salmon, orangey salmon. And he got a pouch tonight too. He got a pouch with chicken and tuna and salmon. So, whew. Yeah, the problem with this apartment, it faces the sun in 3 directions. There's no wind out there right now. So the weird thing is, this morning it was freezing. In the morning, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, till about 9 o'clock, it's freezing here, and I put dry food and fresh water out to the cats. I hear somebody at the door. Fluffy loves to sit on that cat rug outside, but no Fuzzy. I'm very worried about my little one. I hope she's all right. I hope what he gave her didn't make her sick and she went somewhere to die. I'll be really pissed about that. So anyway, salmon. Kathy doesn't like salmon. I don't like salmon. My mother gobbled the stuff like it was candy. She loves salmon. She used to give me salmon cakes, and I hated them. She would make like salmon burgers. Hey, give me my ice. There you go. Thank you. Takes about 3 minutes to make 9 cubes. And I keep dropping them. So next week, on the 2nd, the refrigerator will be gone. I will pay Montgomery Ward's the $100. There's the so far. And then I will order the chest freezer for $300. Fuzzy and Fluffy and little girl will be 22 on Halloween. They were born on Halloween, and I've had them for 15 years. I love my babies. And I feel very bad I wasn't able to take care of them, but I couldn't take care of me. I was injured and sick. So, but that will change if certain things happen in the next, I figure by next year I'll be out of here. I won't be evicted. I'll be moving my own volition, and I found a place that will move everything. We're going to take the stuff in the front room and get it out of here. And then the back room will take a second trip. I may pay a company to move everything, and I have to have the storage area first. And then if I have a 2-bedroom apartment, I'll put my books in one room. My video room will be in the living room. I'll have air conditioning in every room. And a pool. And I'll put furniture out in the pool. You won't see me ever in the pool because I'm not going to show my secret location deep above the earth. And the thing will be in a corporate name. No one will know where I'm at. So you'll see me in the house, and that's it, in the apartment. And I won't show where I'm at unless I go to certain cities. But then you'll get to guess. Does he live there or is he just visiting? One day I hope to go to the dreaded Cucamonga. It used to be on Jack Benny. And Albuquerque. I took the wrong turn in Albuquerque. So, and it'll be my place. My place. And everybody will, I watched a video last night. The guy said for the first year, become your own property manager. The only problem with that is I have to hire someone to fix the water heater breaks or the boiler or whatever's in the building, the air conditioning, the toilet overflows, the sewer line breaks, window breaks. I can't do that stuff. I know how technically to do everything in an apartment building, but I can't physically do it. I have the knowledge. We have the technology. We can rebuild it. But George can't. No, it's a computer. I can build a computer, but not a Mac because I cannot see the connectors. But I can build a PC because the PC looked like monkeys built it. Every PC I ever had 9 million cables and connectors and this and that and cards and all this stuff. I go, who designed this? Some drunk monkey at Microsoft? Or IBM? The original. The PC Junior and the PS1 and all that. So, some guy did a video where he took parts of all kinds of old computers and built a current computer. And I'm probably pronouncing them, but P-S-E-V-E-R-I, Pizzaveri, he's an Australian. He gets all these old computers and repairs them. And loves to clean them with eucalyptus oil. Young eucalyptuses love getting massages in eucalyptus oil. And if I could see what I was doing, all the Macs in the bedroom, once I got the parts, would be all repaired. And I'd give one to Patty. And they're talking about a new Mac Mini, a new M2 Mac Mini, M2 iPads. Apple, for some reason, makes me burp. Yeah, built like Minkies. Oh, by the way, speaking of Minkies, Las Vegas has a 3-fold increase in monkeypox. Las Vegas, the hotbed of disease. And degradation, oh yes. The monkeys are overrunning Las Vegas. And they did a first time banning. The Nevada Gaming Control Board banned this guy because he was forcing women into prostitution. It's the first time in history a guy's not banned for gambling activities. He's so disgusting that he will not be allowed to go to any casino in the state. That was on the Las Vegas Review Journal today. Someone set fire to part of they had a fire at Allegiant Stadium. And so, yeah, new iPhone. The iPhone 97, Someone said Apple should stop putting out new iPhones because they all talk about the environment. Whenever you watch an Apple event, how great we are, this is 100% friendly to the environment. Yet every time you get an iPhone, they fix it. You can't fix it. And then if you forget your password, it's locked. There's thousands. I watched the video. There's thousands of iPhones that can't be unlocked because the people have forgot the code. And they want it being thrown away. So, get your paws in the new iPhone. I just want to see a bear with an iPhone. Hello? Oh, do you have a salmon pizza to go? Can you deliver, please? I promise not to bite you much. I'll tip you in salmon. Thank you. Salmon pizza. There's an idea. I don't know if I've ever done a salmon pizza. Can you cook salmon in an oven? I have no idea. I know you can bake salmon. I guess you can. I do not buy salmon. I'm trying to wean myself. Not buy salmon. I not buy pizza. Sorry. I'm trying to wean myself off of pizza. I'm starting to gas now because the heat's getting to me. So I'm going to probably have to leave soon. It's too hot in the morning. Nobody's here, so I'm kind of hampered. I've been on an hour now. I'm losing my voice too. So, where is my baby Fuzzy? Where's my baby Fuzzy? I hope she's all right. Because she's much like my former teensy cat. She's very sheltered. I don't think she'd survive out there without people. Now, Fluffy's sitting on her little house, her cardboard cat scratcher. He's waiting for me to clear the bed. All right, people. Once again, I do a video with not one super chat donation. So I'm going to go because I'm starting to melt here. Got to clear off the bed and take my clothes off. First, I'll go out and look for Fuzzy again, and then I'm going to make my dinner, put away the potato salad, and I'll be cooking something in the oven. I'll probably roast with that. And I need the fans back on. All right, this is George Senda, the real, authentic, official, original, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no substitutes. Have a great night. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. I hope Texas is getting more rain. And Dallas and Fort Worth are flooding. My friend is all right. I called her up today, but I was worried. So, and Direct Weather has a video on that, and so does these two other guys. So, all you got is salmon. Brother, can you spare a plate? I got salmon, you got salmon, we got salmon, it sure smells fishy around here. Organdy salmon. Organdy salmon? What is organdy? What the hell is organdy? Organdy. Not organic. Well, technically everything is organic you eat because it all comes from nature somewhere. I'm not talking about putting ingredients in it that aren't supposed to be. Orangey salmon, yes, orangey salmon. Organdy. That must be some kind of like purple thing or something. Orangey salmon. That's word by name. Maybe I should trademark orangey salmon. Get a trademark for that. Have my own salmon brand. Orangey cat salmon. Orangey says meow 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 meow, which is translated to I want salmon. Give me salmon. Give it to me now. Meow 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 meow. He flops for salmon. He rubs against me. His tail goes. And little tiny one loves the salmon too. So little sweet gray does not like the salmon. Now I've given salmon to Mama Cat and Kitten. They eat it. Some of my cats don't eat it. It's funny about cats. So hey, there's an idea. Halloween's coming soon. Go as a salmon. Probably 800 bears will pounce on you. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. All right, this vent is beating me to death with the heat every time it makes ice. I'll get another thing of ice here. Now it's weird. The freezer will keep the ice cubes cold for a while, but then it melts. So I have a container that was full of ice cubes 3 days ago. It's all water now, which means I can recycle it back in the ice machine. But I'll be so glad when I get a real freezer, and then I'll never have to use ice trays again unless the thing dies one day. It's got a 2-year warranty on it, plus the normal warranty. All right, there's more ice. You can always see by sitting here in the heat, oh, that's Snapple. Yeah, it's not water, but sometimes there's water in here. My favorite thing to drink. I did get a Welch's grape juice. Went up 50 cents, by the way. So, All right. Have a great night. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. I'll be back sometime tomorrow when I get back from Walnut Creek and the credit union to find out why Kathy's teacups got me overdrawn. And I am roasting here. Okay, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Next time, please donate, because remember, that feeds homeless kitties who would have no food other than me. It costs me a lot of money to feed these kitties. All right, bye-bye for now.